I'm still in bed. I just woke up.
Let me see if it's going live. All right, we're live, guys. All right, guys, what's up? We're live finally. 15 minutes late. We're supposed to have William Palmer here, but he's doesn't know how to work his phone or his computer or his internet.
He doesn't know how
So
to curl. He doesn't know how to work his phone. He doesn't know how to work his
curl.
internet. He doesn't know how to arm wrestle. Motherfucker doesn't know how to do
He can't
shit.
do shit. He can't do shit. Look, so I had to bring in Austin to save me. So what's
And
up,
I'm in bed.
Austin?
I just woke up. Check it out. I'm still chilling.
Still in bed and still stronger than this guy.
What's up?
I see him trying. So I sent out the Zoom call login to a bunch of people, see who would call in if we don't get this show fired up. So what's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good. Hanging out.
How you feeling after your super match this last Friday versus Jorge?
Yeah, I feel good.
Sore at
I
all?
wasn't expecting. No, not anymore. I wasn't expecting to beat him right-handed, but you know, shit happens. So
Yeah, if you guys missed the match, so Austin competed for his ranking match, both left and right hand this past weekend. We posted on YouTube, we streamed it, and Austin just dominated 6-0. Walk us through the right and left hand while we're waiting for him. What'd you expect and what'd you feel?
So right hand, I didn't think I'd win until I gripped up with him, and just in the setup, I was just like pulling like static back pressure, not a lot, just a little bit, and I noticed his wrist was kind of like doing this thing right as I was pulling back. So as soon as I realized that, I knew I can just top roll him and I'm going to take his hand. So it worked, and then I just kept doing the exact same thing. He didn't change anything. He didn't change his grip, his setup, or anything. So I just kept doing the exact same thing, and it kept working. So
what do you think about this William Palmer guy? So before he gets in here, if he even gets in, the whole story with William Palmer is he talks a bunch of crap. He says he's this great arm wrestler. He says Devin sucks. He says Eastern Europeans are the best. Steroids are good. Pay-per-views are trash. Like, what do you think of this guy?
I mean, I just want to see him curl what he says he can curl, because I think he's bullshitting.
So what's the story on this curl? I didn't know this whole story. What did he say he could do?
He said that he can standing curl with a curl bar at his gym, 205 pounds for reps.
For reps.
For reps. So then Dave Shea said, "That's crazy, but this is a seated curl." And he's like, "Oh, I didn't notice it was a seated curl." He's like, "All right, well, I'll go do a seated curl." He goes, "I can do that." And I was like, "There's no fucking way." And then me and a couple other people said, "No, you can't. Shut up," basically. And he said, "Okay, tonight I'll go do it in a video." And that was like 3 days ago.
So let me share a picture of him he sent me. And tell me if you think this guy can curl that weight.
Let's
see. Does that guy look like a guy who's going to be curling?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That 200 pounds right there?
Is he European?
I don't know. I think he's from like Mississippi. If he ever calls in, we can find out. But I think he's from like deep south somewhere.
Oh,
but he
really?
sent me this.
So I can go to him?
Yeah. He's around here. And
oh, okay.
He sent this picture though, and I'm thinking this guy is the guy who can curl this weight.
I would pull him at Louisiana State. I don't care if he weighs 200 pounds. I'll try.
See, we got someone else joining the call. Let's see who's coming in.
Wow, that's an interesting picture.
Chuck Nagel, the Power Left Wrist Cup. What's up, man? Connecting audio. Chuck, you there?
Yeah, what's up? Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. You see my big chin?
We can see everything.
That's good. I'm defrosting my freezer.
Man,
you came into
Chuck has got the strongest cup of anybody that does an arm wrestle of all time.
William Palmer, what's up? Are you finally here?
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work though. This is.
We can hear you perfectly.
We can hear you.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Pretty good.
You ready to turn it up tonight on the show?
I guess if this shit works.
Yeah, man, we're ready for you. We got Chuck in here. Chuck's an amateur arm wrestler. We got Austin, who's amateur but fastly becoming something else, and then we got me as well. So, William, thanks for coming, buddy. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good. You got more hype than that, man. Come on.
Hey, William, where's your 200-pound seated curl at? That was 3 days ago, buddy.
I don't have a 200-pound weight at my house, and I haven't been out of the house. So,
you got any lights in your house? It's pretty dark. I can't see your face. It's up to you. I mean, I can't see you.
That's a terrible excuse.
What the hell am I gonna curl? I'm gonna find a 200-pound couch.
Hey, flex for us at least so we can see your muscle. Like, let me see.
Yeah, let's see what you got. Let's see what's popping. Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty
Yeah, you
stout on
look
your
stout.
forearms. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hold up, you ready for this?
He looks stout.
Yeah.
I just want to see it.
See this shit? Look at this. It's fucking massive.
Damn,
Look more
boy.
reps. Yeah, I am.
Hey, that's pretty nice.
230 pounds. Fucking
How much do you
solid.
weigh?
230.
230. All right.
You weigh the same as David.
Yeah, we can have a match.
David is.
That's me, bitch.
Oh, man, you're fat.
Hey, so William, thanks for joining. So we talked about having you on, and the whole backstory with you. And I don't know you very well, but I've seen you talking. I think I saw you in arm wrestling discussion first, and you were making a lot of noise there. And I was like, this guy is perfect for arm wrestling reloaded. So, what's like your backstory? How did you get into this? Like, do you know much about arm wrestling? You seem like you're pretty knowledgeable about the sport. So give me like a 2-minute spiel about you.
Yeah, I'm usually a power lifter, but a few injuries and 2 shoulder surgeries kind of made me want to move away from that. So I just switched over to arm wrestling recently, and I just started arm wrestling in January this year.
So what's your
So-
story like powerlifting? Like, what did you do? Talk about your lifts, how much you lifted. Because Chuck, who's here, also is a super strong CrossFit guy. Like, what'd you deadlift? What'd you bench? What'd you squat?
So my bench was always really high. Recently, I did 315 for it was either it was 13 reps, but 13th rep I had a spotter help on it. So really, it's just 12.
How about
this-
225? How many can you do on 225?
I have never done it, but I know I can do at least 30.
Damn, strong.
Me for the record.
What, Chuck?
I said he's way stronger than me for the record.
So that's your bench. What about your squat and your power? Hey, Chuck, you got to
my
mute.
squat-
I should echo in
My
on
squat
Chuck's side.
my squat always kind of sucked because I have a little bit of a rough time on the knees going down. They kind of go inwards for some reason. But recently I put up 4 plates for 5 reps, which wasn't crazy, but I've never been good at that. So I was proud of it.
So why arm wrestling? You're super strong, dude, but why'd you get into arm wrestling? You told me you had some injuries, but why'd you pick this?
I had some injuries with my shoulder, had to get shoulder surgery, and I realized that everybody in arm wrestling is a little bit weaker than most sports, so I figured I would do fine with injuries here. Because you guys aren't like the elite of the elite. It's a really small sport, very undefined. So I figured I would be able to kind of walk through all of you,
DJ has problems squatting with his knees, but his knee problems are from something else.
Look at that, William. William, are you scared of that or no? Is that just a small little arm for you?
Who wouldn't be? Like, come on, it's massive, dude.
So how old are you? What's your backstory? Like you look pretty young. Are you in your 20s or even younger?
I'm 19. I just
19.
turned in August. I guess it's been a while now, but yeah, I'm 19. I go to college here in Mississippi at USM for nursing. And
Are you a male nurse, Fokker?
I don't know what that is.
You ever saw what was it called? Meet the Fockers?
You
You
can't
mil-
be too young for that.
Yeah, I
Meet
don't
the
know what that is.
fuckers.
Jeez.
The whole movie is about. He says, "Are you a male nurse, Fokker?" And he teases him for being a male nurse, but yeah. Anyway. So anyway, so you're 19. What sports do you play in high school? Like, what'd you do?
I played
Football,
but I didn't
basketball,
like it. Ended up quitting football after 2 years, but then I switched over to cross country, and I really enjoyed that a lot. I did that the rest of high school.
Okay. So what's your whole backstory? Like you were in arm wrestling discussions. Is that where you started all your kind of noise? Because I saw you in there and people were like, who is this guy? I hate this guy. Like, what's your story with that?
I joined there a few months ago, and I was like, I just got into arm wrestling. I watched pretty much every single arm wrestling match there's ever been that's been like kind of big on YouTube, just to like, get familiar
yeah.
with all of it. And I realized a lot of the people on these discussions don't know anything. Like they're saying crazy things like the King's move is a legitimate move and stuff like that. So I just had to remind them that they're not right. They're idiots. And, it's just my opinion. Sometimes they get taken wrong is really what it is. Like my opinions are right. They just get taken wrong, like in the wrong
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about some of those things. I know the pay-per-view was a hot topic. The King's move. We talked about East versus West arm wrestling. Steroids. Have you tried steroids? You look like you're a pretty big guy and you seem to know a lot about steroids.
Definitely not.
Huh?
No. I might though. I have
Are you natty?
I have a friend named Nate from Florida, and he's into like all that stuff. So by the time I'm 25, I'll probably be 400 pounds, look like Levon. So
Yeah, I was going to say, you look like pretty large. Let me show this one picture you
Hey,
sent
how
me
big
here.
around is your forearm? Have you ever measured it?
it's not as big as I That's a very old picture. That's from powerlifting days. That's one of the triceps stick out so far.
How old were you here?
18.
Oh, it was a year ago.
That
Not
was a
long
year
ago.
ago.
And tell me this picture if I'm, let me see if I'm sharing.
No,
that.
don't show that one that you're thinking about.
Which one?
The
Which one?
The one in the
The
dress.
the naked one?
He already shared the one in the
Yeah,
dress.
Yeah,
buddy.
the one the dress already shared. If that's one you're talking about.
Oh God.
Yeah, what's that from? You
Okay.
sent it to me, so I shared it.
Yeah, I was just kidding. I didn't want you to show that, but it's
Oh,
fine.
yeah. What was the
It's already
backstory
been
of that?
showed, baby.
Why
We're
were you
all
wearing
seeing
Why were you
that.
wearing a
You know
dress?
the beauty pageants that like
What?
men do and they like fake being women, like the male beauty pageants that are only men.
Yeah.
Did you win?
No, I didn't fucking win. Do you see me? I was ugly as shit. You should
Did
see
you
me.
duct tape your dick behind your ass?
Oh God, there's no duct tape to use.
There was no duct tape.
Yeah, that
So,
was.
As you
weird.
can tell,
I got a
I
question,
have
William.
some knowledge about that.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
Lord.
fun.
Hey, William, how many times have you been on a table? Like, how many people have you arm wrestled?
Okay, so I got my first practice in January 2nd, and I really enjoyed it. I got to pull against Dustin Stewart. He's really good. Some of you might know
Cool.
him. He's like ranked top 5, something like that in his weight class. And I got to pull against a bunch of the guys he pulls with. And then I pulled again against them 7 days later on the 9th. And that's all I've pulled so far. But I had
So you got
2 like
2
really
table
good
times?
practices.
Hey,
Yeah,
so
I have
William,
about 6 hours now.
real quick, one of our buddies, Marahaj Mohan, if I'm saying his name right, who's in the chat a lot over in overseas. He says, so after all your bitching about production quality, Palmer can't even set up his internet connection over there
I
in
was
Mississippi.
gonna say something about that. Thing is, I'm not getting paid for this, and I had a few hours of notice. So don't compare this, okay? Don't
Yeah, so
compare
let's talk about that pay-per-view. I'm actually sure the post about it because you rang a lot of fuss about it and you got a lot of heat for it. I think it was last night I saw this. So let me
I
pull
got
up
a lot
the.
of praise as well. A lot of people messaged me privately saying they
Oh,
agreed
really?
and they didn't want to post their thoughts on there because they were gonna get the treatment I got.
So
which
you're
was
like the guy who is like bringing everything forward and people are getting behind, but
yeah,
it's
exactly,
ready to say stuff.
exactly.
So
I push it
walk me through
forward.
this post. Yeah, walk me through this post. Can you see it?
Yeah, so my entire point was if I'm someone and there's lots of other like diehard fans who want to watch arm wrestling, we're having to pay these pay-per-views if we wanted to keep on going. The promoters are making no effort to like expand their reach to newer people, and they're not even making the quantity of matches or anything good for us. So they're literally just milking the diehard fans that have to pay to watch, and they're putting forth no money, no effort into these streams, and they're just pocketing all the money. That was my point.
So let me. I'm actually going to give you a little bit of a roast here because you actually posted previously a post. Let me share this one.
Is it the Ryan Bowen one?
I'm going to show you here. You're going to have to defend yourself now. So you're saying that yeah, these guys are pocketing the money, but just probably right before, you see the post here?
Yeah, I made another post directly after that, so you're only showing part of the story. You're like CNN here. You're picking the little piece you want to see.
But so this was posted. Yeah, it says. So you posted and said, "Hey guys, only $5. Everybody sign up. Make sure you do this. We got to support the sport. All this good stuff, right?" And then the next post is pretty much like, "What the hell's going on? This is trash." So walk me through the logic behind that.
Yeah. Okay, so in my mind, I thought, okay, this is Ryan Boeing. This is like the top of the top in arm wrestling. This guy is gonna have the best shit you ever heard, the best quality. Is gonna be good setup. They've already, tested the fucking audio quality, and they've already done a run through with everything. It was terrible. The microphones were shit. They had like 2 different audios going at once, and it was just awful. If you actually were in the pay-per-view and you were watching the chats go up, there was not a single positive comment said. Everybody was asking for refunds, and that's not how a pay-per-view should be. If the entire chat is asking for refunds, you fucked up. You need to up the quality. There's no reason why I can't go online and bitch, because I could have bought a fucking Starbucks for that $5. And guess what? No, I had to listen to Travis Bajent go fucking brrr for like 30 minutes, and I wasn't even entertained.
So did you try to get your money back after this all happened? Like, did you open a chargeback or contact Ryan or
I don't
just
know.
eat it?
I don't know. It's $5 for me. It's nothing, but for some people like Muhammad Hassan, that could be a whole week's wage.
Yeah, so that's
Like
actually
that.
that's actually a good sidebar. I actually had that topic on here because people were saying, and even myself, like, are you Hassan? Like, let me share this other post I had
Yes,
here.
I am Mohammed Hassan from India. No, not.
So let me share this. Can you see this one?
Yeah.
So I says, have we found another Muhammad Hassan in here? So you say, Devin fans are so delusional. Can't wait for the Georgian Hulk to smash Mr. Queen's move. And then I say, is this another Hassan? And you say, no, I just have enough brain cells to see a guy who's the King's move can barely beat a 60-year-old retired man being John Brzenk. So do you first off identify with Muhammad Hassan's philosophies on arm wrestling? And secondly, why all the hate for Devin?
I just don't like the King's move and the way Devin treats a lot of the setups and stuff. It's kind of shitty to watch Devin. I like Devin. I don't like Devin on the table though. Like outside of arm wrestling, Devin's cool. Devin before the match is cool. Devin during the match sucks. Like it's just watching him argue with the refs, and then as soon as he feels any pressure, just straight to a King's move every time. So I don't like it. I do agree with a lot Muhammad says, but not everything. He's sometimes he goes a little too far radical for me.
Too far for
That's
you? Wow, that's a lot.
crazy.
Austin, you're
But-
muted.
But yeah, I do like Muhammad. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He has good
Hey,
intention.
William, have you tried the King's move?
No, I have not. I'm still
You
brand
could
new.
try it. It's actually really hard, and it feels like your arm's gonna fucking snap.
But the cool thing about that argument is you don't realize all of these top tier guys, their arms are not going to snap. It's not hard for them. They've been arm wrestling for 20 years. Every single one of them can King's move. They dedicate their time to it. And the thing about the King's move is it's the move that is just better than all of the moves. People that hook, they have big counters to it. People that top roll, they're big counters. Whenever you King's move, you always take control of the match. And the only way you can be beat is someone is strong enough to go through your King's move. But when you're in a hook, or you're in a top roll, if you have equal strength, it's going to be an equal match. And then someone just King's moves every match, they can still win even though they're weaker. Like Devin Larratt, whenever he's King's moving, like Dave Chafee, every time he came out of the King's move, Dave instantly blasted him and he had to go back to a King's move. There's a reason why he does that, and that's because the King's move is too strong. And it's just not fair.
So, William, are you a fan of Uncle John or do you think he's silly? What's your thoughts on him?
I'm a fan of him, but I think he's goofy as hell, so I don't watch him.
Yes, let me
honestly.
share this one. There's another good post I saw. So Uncle John said, William Palmer, you've never pulled at any level. That's true, right? You're a new guy. You've been
Yep.
watching arm wrestling for a year or two and think you have it figured out.
That's a lie. I haven't been watching that long.
You ran your argument by your mama, your mom upstairs, and she said it was great. What do you think about that comment?
Yeah, she said it was good. You know what you're talking about. So
Devin upsets you greatly. Devin fans upset you more. You have options. Watch leagues that give you what you want. You refuse those options so you can still complain about having Devin hurts the sport. You want to stick to old methods. The methods have kept arm wrestling down for the past 60 years. How do you respond to that comment?
So whenever you
comments.
whenever you watch any of the YouTube videos of arm wrestling with Devin in it, even the older ones, whenever he's King's moving, everybody in the comments is bitching like, why is the guy under the table? What is he doing? That's cheating, isn't it? Why is he allowed to do that? And I don't think stuff like that's gonna be good for bringing in new people. There's no reason why you're saying a King's move is what's gonna turn the sport around. Like it's not. It's doing nothing but hurting it.
But is it cheating if it's allowed? Like that's the whole
That's
argument. I think it is.
You can't hate on Devin or Michael or anyone that does it because it's not against the rules. It's perfectly legal, and they're just taking advantage of it the best way they can, and they're getting a lot out of it. Like Michael is not strong enough to beat very many of the top 30 guys out of a King's move, but in a King's move, he's top 5. Like he is insane. He has a really good King's move, so he's played his cards very well, and he's taken what would have been a top 50 athlete to a top 10 athlete. Just off of that.
Good. What else we got for you? I thought
Hey,
you'd be talking a lot of shit. You seem too nice.
Hey, we need to go back and talk about the pay-per-view, and we didn't hit on that much. And you made the comment about, the people just milking people's money and whatnot. My understanding, and I've never looked at Italia's books or whatever, but he doesn't make money off of this. So whether, you know, Ryan Bowen took money or whatnot. I mean, you have to start somewhere, honestly. And I mean, it's new. I haven't seen much of the, you know, the smaller promoters doing pay-per-views and whatnot. So to say that they're just milking the money, I don't know. I don't know if it's a genuine comment that you really understand whether he's making money or not.
I can explain what I meant by that. So what I was trying to get at is there's no outreach towards newer audiences. The only reason why these things are still going is because there are lifelong arm wrestling fans that have to pay if they want to keep watching this. So these fans are the only people putting in money, and they're getting shit quality. Instead of the promoters having more outreach and putting on better quality shows to bring in more people, they're not. They're just milking the same group of people over and over again, saying buy this pay-per-view for this little match, pay $4 at King of Cali to watch one match, you know, and they're throwing in amateurs on these cards as well to fill in space so they can, you know, charge extra money.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what are your thoughts on that? The whole amateur
Well,
match.
you're changing the subject. You got to stick to one topic. I mean, that can be, but I mean, I still don't understand. This pay-per-view thing is pretty new, right? With the promoters and whatnot having small $5 from what I've seen. So I mean,
brand new.
Yeah, I mean, like if they're not making money on these tournaments, how can they really just sink a bunch of their money in to make a better quality?
Okay, so they don't have to sink a bunch of money in. They just have to put forth more effort than they are now, which is none. They're not doing anything right now. The stream was who's that? Hello.
William, hold on a second. Let's do a quick introduction. Marahaj, how do I say that properly? How do you say your name so I don't butcher it? What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, all good, man. All good.
I had to let you in
Wrestling
here.
Uncensored.
Yes, I had to let
Hi,
you in here.
guys.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, bro.
Everything looks good for you except for the shirt. You're wearing the wrong shirt today. I don't see your green shirt like me.
One sec. Give me a sec.
Bring that power. Go ahead, William. Keep going.
I don't even know what I was talking about.
About the pay-per-view. Chuck, what was he talking about?
All right,
We're
anyway.
talking about the promoters, you know, not making money and sinking a bunch of money into the pay-per-view to really develop and make it a better quality production. I mean, I don't know what it takes. I guess arguably you could have put effort in and tested things out beforehand and make sure the mics work. So yeah, I mean, I get your point to an extent. It wasn't great to watch and they could have done better, but I'm not going to sit there and roast them. I'm just going to give them critique, hope they get better for the next time.
Exactly. Give them critique. That was my entire point. So if the show matches keep going or the streams keep going as they are now, they're going to be bad. I offered critique on how to make it better because if it keeps going the way it's going right now, they're just milking the fans that are not ever going to go away from arm wrestling into paying $5 over and over again for something that they're barely putting any money into.
So Marahaj, before we introduce yourself, because I've seen you on Arm Wrestling Uncensored, you're the big power lifter we've seen, bringing all the power, the prediction guy for Devin Lear at Levon. Introduce yourself. What's up? Give me your story real quick.
Yeah, I'm just a new arm wrestler from Malaysia, bro. So I absolutely love this group. It's the best group out there. Arm Wrestling Uncensored, way better than Discussion and any other group, 98%, whatever. Hi, I'd like to. Can you guys see my whole?
Good. We can hear you, see you, everything.
Yeah. Hey, how many people are on this chat, bro?
Not a lot right now. So I don't know if you guys saw Jake Ward, who's Aussie arm wrestler, is having a 24-hour arm wrestling bender. So there's got a lot of people over there. They'll probably get some playback on this, but William Palmer, I need you to bring some heat because we can get some more people on. All your haters didn't show up.
I came in to see if I could donate $5 to Palmer. Hey, bro, do you need the $5? I could give it to you, man. I'm from Asia, but I can donate the money to you, man.
No, I'm fine. I make plenty of money. I was just complaining that this is going to keep on going, and if the streams don't get better, the sport's not going to grow because they're not making any outreach to new audiences. And if a new audience did happen to see the pay-per-view and pay for it, they're never going to want to watch arm wrestling again after the Ryan Bowen shit.
So Derek
Bro,
Smith. Go ahead.
Do you know it isn't easy to make a stream, bro? Even you can't even set your own internet up.
Well, not wrong, but they didn't put forth enough effort.
Oh,
in my
this is
opinion.
good shit.
So here, a real quick comment from Derek Smith earlier, and this probably
I
is a
don't
little
wanna
bit,
hear
no, it's
Yeah.
actually pretty good. He said, if you are an arm wrestler who's involved in this community, $5, if it doesn't go well, you shouldn't care. You can turn the volume down. You're going to support the sport. If you're a casual person who doesn't watch the sport at all and you just get invited by your friend to pay $5, then maybe you have a little more of an argument of, hey, I wanted to watch some kind of production and it sucked, right? But again, if you're involved, $5 is nothing, right? You like support the sport. So to your point, maybe William, that there's a little bit of truth in that. If your buddy off the street paid $5 and didn't get the quality he wanted, he could bitch. But if you're really ingrained in the sport, then you really care about.
That's what I told
But that's
college
his point. That's the point he's making. And
Fair
I mean,
then.
I agree to an extent. You hope that they'll get better and make things better. If they don't, then you definitely have an argument. But for the first go round, it's tough, man. DJ understands that.
Honestly, I'm fine with giving them time to work it over, but I did want to bitch a little bit so they'll know that there is a problem that needs to be fixed. Because if no one bitches, they have no reason to fix it. They're just going to put in no effort again and think to get the same amount of money, which was.
So was there any influence in being the big mouth on arm wrestling uncensored get you noticed? Did that help make your decision to bitch any?
I don't think there's much fame or notoriety to be had in arm wrestling, so that's not influencing anything I say. I just have ADHD and I type a lot and I talk a lot.
So why do you hate Devin?
I don't hate. We've already been over that. I don't hate.
No, we want to
Devin.
know the truth though, because yeah,
We want to know the truth.
So what's your backstory with Devin? Obviously, Muhammad Hassan. I renamed your name Muhammad Hassan in the Zoom, by the way, because you guys both hate Devin.
When I was
And
3 years old, Devin
but-
flicked my mom and hated him.
well, that's a good reason right there. But there's got to be something more than just the Kings move. So tell me about this. You said in your prediction video he cheats in the setup, or he gets the walk through the three things. What he cheats in the setup, what he does the running fouls, and what's the other one? Kings move.
Yeah, so in the setup, like the refs know that he's Devin Laird. No one can fuck with Devin Laird. They like, even in the versus John match when he was pulling an old man, they were telling him to move his elbow back because his hand was so high. Like his hand compared to John's hand was so high, and he kept moving his elbow forward to get it higher. And they told him to move it back, and every time he would just move it forward again. And instead of fouling him, they were like, "Okay, fuck it, we're just gonna let him cheat, John." So then he'd get too high, and then he would have his wrist cut in slightly, and then he would start early. And then even with all of that, he would still argue with the refs, so they tried to make it fair. And it gets to the point to where these guys that he's arm wrestling with, they're getting their hands tired and their forearms tired and their fingers tired in the setup because he won't shut the fuck up and just arm wrestle. He wants to argue until he's basically in a completely winning position in every way before he even starts.
So the first thing is he cheats is kind of, I guess, your message, or he finds a way to do something sneaky.
Yeah, he's just a shitty person to arm wrestle against. That's all it is. Like his morality is nowhere to be found. That shit left the room like 2 years ago whenever he realized he can Kings move and actually be tough.
So the real Palmer's coming out now. See, this is what we wanted. We want you to let it out, not be so reserved. Now you got to say what you mean.
But don't all arm wrestlers cheat? Isn't it supposed to be a thing? So why single out Devin?
All right, go watch any match where someone argues and bitches as much as Devin does in his least bitching match. Like, find the match where he bitches the least. It's more than anyone else on their worst days. Anyone else. Nobody else. It's just him.
So one is he's cheating up here, and then you said running fouls too. So what's your whole point on that? He can get running fouls to.
He can do the running fouls. There's nothing wrong with the running fouls with the rule sets. I don't agree with the rules on running fouls because if you're losing, you can just like move your elbow and get in a really good position, and then the other person's like, okay, well I can't let them pin me. It's going to be a restart, and I was already in a good position, and they just moved their elbow over and got in a better position because they know that they're losing. And now I'm having to expend so much more energy because they've done this running foul and I was already in a good position winning, you know? So this can kind of transition into how Devin's going to beat Levon. So the way
he's going to beat Levon. He's going to beat Levon now. That's your prediction?
No, how he would be able to beat Levon.
How he would be able to. Okay.
So you don't think he's going to beat Levon? You think Levon's going to still win?
With all this cheating, all this stuff in the setup and the running fouls, and your third one was the Kings move.
Cheating or what? I'm just curious.
No, I'm like laying out a path to victory for Devin with all the cheating.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So you hate Devin, but you say he's going to beat Levon.
He's not
Is
going to
that
beat
it?
Levine. I'm saying
So
if
you're a
there
fake American.
a lot
I
of
think-
cheating is involved.
So you're saying, yeah, if he has any shot of winning, he has to do all these certain things. One is cheating the setup. If he's losing, to pull his elbow off the pad to restart. And the third is what?
I
King's
thought he
move?
had run styles. He didn't have to restart.
So you
Okay.
don't support your own North American over
I'm
Levant?
not from Canada. I don't have to support him. They can have their fucking maple syrup and their King's moves, and I'm gonna stick down here in America with Jerry Gattaret and Dave Chafee. You know, like fuck those guys. And
But
can
they all
have-
lost to Devon.
What?
They all lost to him. He's the last hope.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's because he was arguing with the wrestling.
You
King's
guys
move.
don't have anyone else who can challenge Levant. So why not support Devon instead of saying he's a
do
cheater?
support Evan. I am a huge fan of his. I've watched nearly all of his videos. I've been subscribed to him ever since I started arm
You
wrestling.
undermine his victory by calling him a cheater.
I'm saying he cheats in the setup, and he is the least morale-filled person ever. He's such a bitch to pull against. Like he does
So
everything.
you're saying a veteran soldier is a person without morals?
Yeah.
Are you saying that?
On the arm wrestling table, he is.
So
yeah.
you have no respect to the military?
What does that have to do with it? I said on the table he's a little bitch. I didn't say anything about. I said I like him off the table in his everyday life. I just don't like him on the table because he's a fucking pussy. His
So-
place on the table is actually.
Hey, I want to say I'll kick somebody in the nuts fighting them. So, I mean, it's kind of the same, huh?
Whatever
That's
it takes
true.
sometimes, right?
That,
Hey,
that's
so-
right.
Hey, William, real quick, Devin's about to hop on, so I need you to tell this to his face.
Oh God!
I'm kidding. He's not coming.
No, his fans are gonna.
I wish he
hurt.
was. I tried to get him. I tried to send a message to Port Chop and everybody to have Devin come and ambush William Palmer, but
Yeah,
I guess you're not.
yeah,
You're
that
not big.
would be funny.
Man, hey William, you gonna go to any tournaments soon?
Yeah, I'm trying to get into a few. There's some in Mississippi actually. I don't want to travel very far, so I can't wait. It's in March. I can't wait for it.
So there's that one in Mississippi in March. You want to have a match with me, even though I only weigh 130 pounds?
You're only 130 pounds.
It'd be a good match. Let's do it.
I'm 30, left-handed.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Left-handed.
Austin's gonna crush him.
Hey, left-handed, best of 6. I'll put up $100.
I'm right-handed, but I'll pull you left-handed.
Is that official, guys? You want to make it
If I-
official?
Okay, if
So
you want
I'll
to
know
bet-
if I can
if
make
you're
it to
wanting
that
bet money,
tournament
you have to go
in like a
right-handed.
week.
If you're wanting to
Okay.
go, if you're wanting to go left-handed or for money, I have to go right-handed because I had shoulder surgery on my left. I don't think I can pull for money because if I'm pulling
Okay,
for
yeah.
money,
Pull
My
left
life
for
is
fun.
ass. We can pull left for fun. I don't know if I'm gonna go, but it's like a 50-50, but I'll know in like a week. But yeah, I'll pull you lefty.
But
We got
dude,
a
you're
match.
100 pounds over him.
Doesn't
You
care.
should-
I don't.
No, that's
I
what I'm
don't-
saying. Pulling
I
left
don't-
should be no big deal.
I put $100 on Austin.
This arm is tiny as
Left.
shit because it's surgery. I don't even train it. This is the fucking big one.
Look, I got a little tiny arm, bro. I'm 100 pounds.
I don't know. I'll pull you right-handed. I'll fucking crush you right-handed. I'm just saying left-handed.
Anybody can crush me right-handed.
Not Chris. I'm not Jorge. I mean,
Eh,
hey, William, are you for sure going to that tournament? What's the details of this tournament you're referring to? Where in Mississippi?
I'm going to every tournament I can go to because I want the experience. That's why I'm pulling so much right now because I'm just trying to get as much experience as I can. To
So
catch
you
up.
you messaged me and told me how sore you were. What's the whole story with that? Are you still in
That was
horrible
the
pain?
first day. That was the first day I had arm wrestled. I had a little bit of soreness, but then I went arm wrestled again 6 or 7 days later. And so it was 2 3-hour sessions back to back. And I'd never arm wrestled before. I had a lot of elbow pain. It was rough. Like my elbow right in there, it was very rough.
yeah, it's rough. The first couple times it's rough. Even like the first month, it's rough.
Yeah, but I went to the gym and I did some light tricep stuff with only like 20, 30 pounds, and it got feeling better literally the next day. I feel really good right now.
So do you have any video?
Dude,
Like
I'm still sore from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I have better recovery than that because I go to the gym and I do a lot of therapeutic stuff after my pulls.
so do you have any video of all these stuff, these practices? Like I'd love to see your style. Are you a hooker? Are you a top roller? Like what's your flop guy? What do you like to do?
I do a lot of pressing whenever I feel threatened because I have a really strong press, but I've been trying to get into rising up with the hand and then top rolling and kind of dragging back with a top roll.
Oh, how tall are you?
I'm 5'11", maybe 5'11 and a half. So close
200
to 6 foot.
230 pounds, he said. So he's a pretty large guy.
This puffy hair, I might be 6 foot.
So you're trying to learn like a posting top roll, like knuckle high top roll.
Kind of, but sometimes I forget the knuckle high and I just top roll. Still new.
Okay, so then you do like a low hand.
I don't know where the fuck my hand goes. I just start and then I raise my hand as I go. That's
Got
all
you.
I know.
Hey man, you got to figure it out.
William, where?
I'm still
William-
clamping right now. I don't get the whole you're not supposed to hold on. Like whenever I'm pulling, I'm crushing their hands the whole time. It's weird.
William, what city are you in? You said Mississippi, but what town? Like, what are you?
I'm
What's
in
the?
the Hattiesburg area. I'm like 20 minutes away from Hattiesburg.
Oh, you're
don't know
close to the
them.
college.
I
then.
think
You're
the
close to
tournament's in
college.
Hattiesburg, isn't it?
The tournament's in
Yeah, there
Hattiesburg.
is a
Yeah.
tournament in Hattiesburg. There's one. It's on Main Street. I'm gonna be there. So it's
Okay,
gonna be-
that's the one I was going to try to go to, is the Hattiesburg one, because I know where that's at. I've driven through there a lot.
Who's the promoter? We should contact them if you guys are both going to be there. Should find that out and get y'all on the match.
Yeah, I'll pull.
just let me pull the 130 weight category. I'll
No,
crush
just
all
have a super match with
Yeah,
Austin.
I'll have a super match with you. I don't care. I'll bet you are. It's for fun.
Yeah, it's right. I mean,
They'll want to see you be taken down by Austin. He's on a killing
Yeah,
spree.
yeah.
So
I don't wanna.
another
I
Hey,
don't wanna
DJ,
yeah.
I'll let you go back
Good
to
match.
the.
Good match. Good match.
I'll let you go back to the topic of amateur arm wrestling on the cards now.
Yeah, so that was another curious. Yeah, you didn't like that. It seems like the whole based on your comment, William, about the Robert Kelly, Damon Ransom. You said these amateurs shouldn't be on pay per view.
Raymond Danson or whatever the fuck their names are, they were fine because they were so hyped up. There was a lot of people paying to see them, but people aren't going to keep paying a lot of money and getting hyped up on these little arm wrestlers. That's like a one trick thing. Like they've done that now. That's not going to keep working.
So are you against having the amateurs on the card?
I'm against whenever we're having to pay and they know that the one match that's going to last 5 minutes
Hey,
isn't worth
have you seen UFC, bro?
Shut the fuck up so I can answer. I'm just kidding. But I'm just kidding. I love
No.
you, I'm sorry.
Have you fucking seen a UFC match?
Yep.
So do you know what's the starter?
So you realize those matches last like an hour, and then our matches last like.
Yeah,
5
they have
minutes.
undercard matches. Are you drunk, bro? So the same thing here. They have amateur matches to start off, and then they have the main event.
Right.
But
So
you
what's
can-
the deal?
But you could argue
In
that
UFC,
just because they're
amateur
amateurs, the
matches-
matches don't go fast.
The
Like Brzezinkin,
amateur matches in UFC have like hundreds of thousands of followers. The amateur matches in arm wrestling is Billy Bob in fucking South Carolina, who nobody fucking knows. Like it's completely different.
so two
It's
things.
about
One
the
is
hype. It's about the hype.
yeah. So one thing is you mentioned the length
It's
of
the
the
same
matches.
reason that got you on this call. It's the same reason.
Yeah, actually, Miraj, you made a good point about bypassing the line about millionaires and you guys who get rich off of cryptocurrency, right? Like not everyone has to do the traditional path
Yeah.
of, working 20 years and getting a pension.
Yeah.
Some guys can do it in 6 months and become millionaires. So maybe you can talk a little about that. That was a really good point.
Completely off topic. I want to finish the question you asked.
No,
me.
no, let him. It's about kind of amateurs though, and how people can, get on a card. And his point was really around that too. So let him talk about that, then you can respond.
Yeah, there are too many gatekeepers in the sport because now it's all about hype. It's no more like 1980 or we are basically in we're in a modern world, so we got to embrace modern concepts here. You can't try to gatekeep a sport for too long because if you want the sport to grow, you'll need to see what are the changes around it. And you see now, since the pandemic, there's been no matches going on for a long time. So YouTube has given life. How has YouTube given life? They have allowed so many people from so many different countries to have arm wrestling matches, and they broadcast it worldwide. So everyone can participate. Everyone can there are more eyeballs to the sport. More people are watching. The hype is growing. TikTok, YouTube, all kinds of social media. So arm wrestling has been blowing the fuck up. And super matches are the it's not about tournaments, man. Ronaconda keeps saying, oh, you should go up, you should go through tournaments and all that. No, fuck that. Super matches are the best. Who wants to see a fucking tournament for 8 hours? We all want to see super matches, man. We'll be bored to death seeing tournaments. So super matches are how you get arm wrestling on board. That's how you build arm wrestling up if you want to ever see it in the Olympics. Yeah, so that's just my 2 cents lah.
And
Okay,
again, his point was around it doesn't have to be traditional way of everything. Like again, you don't have to work 30 years to make $1 million. You can do it in 6 months. Same thing with arm wrestling, yeah, right?
Even a 15-year-old kid can just like take like a few $100 from his mom and dump it in crypto, and oops, I'm a millionaire. Like NFTs, crypto. You know, there's so many ways to get rich. College isn't the only way to success. You can just, you know, everything's disrupted. Uber disrupted taxis. Same way YouTube disrupted normal arm wrestling. You see, crypto disrupted finance. It's a whole new world out there, man. You gotta get with times. You gotta get with times.
You know, I agree with you. What I was saying earlier is you can't ask people to pay for these pay-per-views and then realize that your one big match isn't going to be enough to cover how much people are paying. So you're like, okay, what's going to be the cheapest way to fill in the rest of this card?
But you don't pay, you don't incentivize the people to want to even create production.
Amateurs, bruh.
But listen, think how many people like me and Austin and all of us who paid to, I would have bought the card anyway, but having the other match on the card made me want to even do it more. I want to watch the young guys, you know, do well. So the argument of they suck and they're new isn't enough for me to say.
I mean, they're unknown and no one knows them. You and Austin,
they're known. They're known by a lot of people in the arm wrestling community.
Yeah. Austin is a world class, world level street curler. There are a lot of people want to see him. I'm a Malaysian. I'm from like the other end of the world. I would like to see him anytime. I would like to see many amateurs from arm wrestling Uncensored. Yeah, I would pay. So yeah,
saying they're filling in the rest of the cards with like not as good a quality of matches because they don't want to pay the money to get people that are going to be better, like Austin or you, or even a higher tier match. Like they're just filling in with what they have because it's cheaper. Is my
No, you're wrong. Because again, Austin, maybe you can talk a little about the Damon match, and that was actually offered on a big card as well. So there's more of this that's being offered and happening, and it's happening because it worked. Like Paul Italia wouldn't offer it if it was like not a success. So the promoters actually see the opposite of you and say, there's a big group of people who are newer in the sport who want to see these guys succeed and want to, try that, and they want to make it happen again. So it's not like it's going away.
A lot of people bought the Bowen card just to watch Damon and Robert.
Yeah, a lot of newer guys, and then again, like I mentioned, yeah, and then again, so Damon called out Austin. Austin accepted. They got offered. They got offered on a big card, and now Damon's not really jumping at it. But it wouldn't get offered if it didn't work, right? They wouldn't do it again if it was a big flop.
Definitions of amateur. When I hear Robert and Damon, I don't think amateur. I think those guys have been like a pretty decent name. I'm talking like people that nobody knows amateurs.
Like who?
But there's no.
You're missing the point, man. You're missing the point.
That's never happened. There's never been no name people on a pay-per-view card. The first time that it's never happened.
Yeah, exactly.
It's never happened. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but it's never happened. Like the Robert Damon match was the first time that's ever happened. Ever.
I'm gonna bitch so, and I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna show it in all your faces.
Hey, so Robert, William, would you be mad if you got offered on a pay-per-view card? Would you be like, this is silly, or would you be like, this is awesome? Like, what would be your thoughts if someone offered it to you?
No one's gonna put me on a pay-per-view card.
No, but let's say you made a bunch of noise on this site and pissing everybody off, and like, let's put him on a match and watch him get his ass kicked. Would you think then it was okay, or would you be against it?
If it wasn't a cost for me to go there, I would do it. Like, if
but now you're against your point because you weren't worthy, right? No one knows you're not worthy, but now you're saying it's okay.
But what I'm saying is, now you asked would I personally be fine with it, and I was like, yeah, because I want the experience in arm wrestling, so I personally would go. But if I was the person watching it, I wouldn't want to see.
So you'd be fine with it, but not for others.
William Palmer have all
for you, it's fine, but not for others.
No, okay. I'm not fine with it happening if I'm the customer paying. But if the guy who accepted it, you can't be mad at the amateur who accepted it, because they were given an opportunity and they just said yes because it's a good opportunity. You got to be mad at the promoters for that, because it wasn't the amateur who shoved himself into it.
Come on, man. You see, you're missing the point here.
I thought I was right there. He's arguing. But
so real quick, we got a comment from Tommy Smith. He says, look at all those hobos arguing while all of us are working. So yeah, he's saying, why are we not at work? And you guys were just...
It's night over here. It's night.
I already worked 50 hours this week. Today's my day off. All right.
Peace.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I work Monday through Thursday.
Exactly. Yeah. So me and Chuck as well, we're off on Friday, so we don't need to work. We're good. Living that life.
410's life.
I'm just rich, bitch. I ain't got to work.
Exactly.
Nice.
Living that life. Hey, so William,
I'm not gonna work, but it's all right.
so William, what like who are your favorite people in the sport? Like who do you follow? Why do you like them? I already know who you don't like, but who do you actually like?
LeVon's really cool. He's so nice, even though he's so strong. I like Alex Credecha. I really like Jerry Caderet. I want him to do really good this year. I've enjoyed him for a while. I do like Devin and Michael. Even
You
though
do?
I don't. I
Uh-huh.
watch all of their videos. I'm subscribed to them. I watch everything they do, start to finish. I would have bought one of Devin's tables if I wasn't broke right now.
Who do you not like? Who do you like really despise? What pullers?
There's a few guys I don't like.
Yeah, who are those like you just and why don't you like them?
Why do you want me to just like start calling people out?
Because
That's
man,
kinda
you made all this shit on almost Uncensored, and I got to make sure you actually deliver. Like you can't
guys
come
like
soft
Ian
now.
Shaw, Derek Smith, Paul
There-
Italian, Mike Aiello.
There we go.
like,
Okay.
I don't like any of them. They're all pieces of shit.
What don't you like about those guys? Like give me
Whoa.
specifics.
Their attitude, I don't like them. We have gotten little arguments online. Chan Shaw, he is
Why
so
would you not like Derek Smith?
Chan Shaw is like arguing with the fucking brick wall. He is so thick-skulled. It's impossible to get anything. He just, oh my God, he's such an idiot.
Give me an example though. Like what did you guys talk about, or what was the topic that he was thick-skulled about?
Yeah, we were talking about the pay-per-view stuff, and he was like, "Look at this sad group of people. They don't want to pay $5." He's saying, I was like, "Dude, that's not even my point. I'm talking about for the growth of the sport, not my $5." He's like, "It's so sad. You're an arm wrestling fan, and you want to pay $5." Like, dude, that is not my point at all. I paid
then-
the $5.
And I saw you and Paul Italia arguing too, so I can understand that's probably the same wavelength you and
He
him were
was
going
just
back.
getting defensive and butthurt because I called out how shitty his live stream was, and all of his fans were there to dick ride him to make him think he was right. Now he has this little bubble of dick riders that are all telling me, "Yeah, Paul, you're right. Go, Paul. Woohoo!" It's fucking stupid.
So my question to you is, who's going to organize any match anywhere, if no one wants to pay the $5?
No one's gonna want to pay if you keep making it shit quality. That's why you make the quality better, and everybody's gonna
So
pay.
it's the chicken and egg argument.
What? Okay. Good.
If you don't pay the $5, no one's going to make a stream. But if they make a stream and you complain of the quality, so what can they do about it? They just have to
They
improve
can
in the
make
future.
a higher quality stream because we all paid, and we're all gonna continue to pay. And if they want
And so remember, this is their first time, and I know you're saying that people paid, but at the same time, this is a learning experience. This is a pilot, right? They want to
Yeah.
test it out.
It's not like they have a personalized wall crew or something.
Imagine you're one of the people that just bought this Ryan pay-per-view. Are you ever going to buy another Ryan pay-per-view? Fuck no. His numbers are going to sink after that. If people would if they look at my video I posted of his pay-per-view, which was like a 5-second clip, it was dog shit. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, Ryan, shut the fuck up. Stop this now. Cut the audio." It was
Yeah, the
terrible.
audio was trash, but I think it's because Ryan's in Australia and then they were trying to live stream in America.
I agree.
It was delayed. That was a disaster, but I think they know what happened and they can do it better the next time.
The thing is, the people who are paying don't care. They're like, okay, we're not buying this product again because this product sucks. And that's the problem. The outreach isn't there because it's going to keep sucking. And they're not even making any outreach to newer audiences. They're just milking the same people over and over again, hoping the fans keep, growing in.
Are they brainwashing us to believe this
They're
is
not
like
brainwashing. They're just like, we're not going to make any attempt to get a newer audience. You guys are going to be what funds this over and over again. And the quality is going to suck because arm wrestling is small and we're not making any outreach. Like, sorry, buddy, you take what you get. You pay your little $5 and you get your pile of shit. Here you go.
So when it was
It's
all
too
over,
early to make those accusations.
Yeah,
I think-
how do you know they're not trying to reach new audience? How do you know that?
I haven't seen any attempt for them to reach new audience. Larry Wills does a good job at that, but not like Ryan Boeing and them. They were just posting it on arm wrestling discussions, There was no like ads or anything made anywhere else. There was nothing.
you could argue everything those guys do is trying to get new people, new videos, new
Yeah.
information. Paul Italia throwing tournaments to bring new people in. So to say that they're not trying to make outreach is pretty silly to me because those guys are constantly promoting and doing things. And I know it's around arm wrestling centric, but those people who are coming to those tournaments are probably talking to other people and other people, and it's a trickle down.
So they're like they're promoting to people who are already getting into arm wrestling and who are already wanting to start arm wrestling. There's nobody that doesn't know what arm wrestling is that's gonna.
I got into arm wrestling via YouTube. I was stuck at home. I was watching some YouTube, and I happened upon some arm wrestling videos. This is how I joined this group and started pulling. So how can you say there's no attempt by any of these guys? Social media, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, it definitely reaches people.
It does, and it's really nice to have that now. That's great, but I don't think that the promoters that are making us pay a lot of money to watch shows are doing.
So why Derek Smith? I mean, what's your beef with him?
He's just he's a good guy. I just don't like him.
Man, don't be reserved. Talk some shit.
Yeah. You already
Yeah,
trashed Paul and.
Yeah.
Talk some shit. Let's hear it.
What's your beef with him? Like, because Derek always seems pretty even keel and happy-go-lucky
I
and
don't even
friendly.
remember what my beef with Derek was. I was probably just talking shit because I was bored with him, and then he piped up at me, and I was like, "Okay, buddy, calm down."
About pay-per-views or something else?
No, it was something else. It was a while back. Derek's fine. He's overrated as hell. Is all.
Is Tim gonna crush him?
Yeah, Tim's gonna smash him. It's not gonna be close.
Yeah, and you got
Derek's
some beef
weird.
with Tom Nelson too, I think, right? What's your whole deal with Tom
No,
Nelson?
most of my beef with him is just us joking back and forth. I like Tom. Tom's a good guy.
Man, William got beef with everybody. This is good.
Yeah, and what about your beef with Aiello? You said Aiello too. What's your deal with him?
I don't know why anybody likes Aiello. He's such a fucking joke. He's like Paul Italia. They're just fucking goofballs. Nobody likes them.
Like, what do you like, Guidos, or what's your thing with them? Like,
No, they're just like I don't even know the word for it. They're just God. We were arguing about something, and he was
Look,
just being
William's from the
such a-
deep
I
south.
think
and
I think he doesn't like anyone who disagrees with him.
No, that's not the thing. Because Tom Nelson disagrees with me on like everything. I just said he's a great guy. So
Look, William's from the deep south, and he doesn't like people from New York. Apparently,
is that what it is?
I'm getting at.
Who are
That's what I'm
who are tan and have muscles? That's
I
uh.
don't like
Tan local
like
New
people from
Yorkers
the deep
and
south.
William don't get along.
Mikey Yellow is not from New York, is he?
He's from like Jersey or New York up there, somewhere up
He's
there.
from
Yeah.
New Jersey, New York, something like that.
Well, what's your deal? Like, you didn't
Mhm.
say why though. You can't just hate somebody to hate them. Like, I can't just say I hate Derek Smith because
Well,
he's
you gotta
big and
realize I
strong.
argue with so many people today. I can't remember every single one of my beefs. I just put in my head, I don't like this fucker, and I move on.
So who supports you? You said people are reaching out and supporting. Like, who actually believes in what you're saying? Like,
there's
is it Ron
actually-
Aconda? Like,
yeah, that guy, he's really cool. I like that guy a lot.
so he backs you up and
Hmm.
believes in your statements.
Yeah, he was actually spitting some facts the other day or last night. I was actually like, hell yeah, dude.
Okay, him. Who else? Anybody else who's actually behind Muhammad Hassan?
I like
William
Muhammad
Palmer?
Hassan. I like him. There's I forgot their names, dude. They have such weird names on here. Most of them are fake accounts. The yellow
So all the
guy,
all the troll accounts like you. Then that's your.
the Hod Touchings guy. I don't know about him. He's weird. Hod
That's a fake.
Touchings,
That's a
not
fake
Hod-
account too. So
yeah,
that's
not
two.
Hod Hutchins,
Do any
Hod-
real accounts like your back you up?
Yeah, there's a few. I just can't remember their names. I don't. If they're a real account, they're not trying to start drama. I don't give them much attention, honestly. Like,
So
it's like-
deep down, do you consider yourself? Austin changed his background into He's hanging out with Paul there. You like that picture of Paul there? You're muted,
Paul.
Austin.
Paul's a piece of shit.
I'm hanging out with Paul right now. No big
Yeah,
deal.
see him back there with Paul.
Look, I got Kyle, Niles, and myself. Look, it's my clone.
You jealous of that, William? You couldn't hang out with him?
Man, look at Paul's arm right there.
Hey, William, if Paul was at the tournament in Mississippi and he invited you back to an after party, would you go to his house and hang out, or would you be like, fuck that guy? I don't
They
like
would
him.
fucking jump me.
Huh?
They would jump me.
No, no one's gonna jump you. People
Yeah,
aren't
no
like
one's
that.
gonna jump
No,
you.
no one's like that. He'd probably talk to you actually very cordially and like have a healthy talk with you. He's not
Dude,
like that.
everybody's pretty cool, man.
Hey, coach, I'm gonna be late to practice. I haven't left yet.
Get moving,
Still
coach.
working my cruiser.
Get moving, coach. We'll see
I'm
ya.
not gonna be there.
I know you weren't. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here for
You need
you.
to rest up. Let's talk about Austin's super match coming up in our is it a tournament
Yeah.
in Cali?
King of Cali.
I got a
Yes.
super match against somebody. Kyle set it up. I don't even know who the guy is.
You're
No
gonna
idea.
crush me.
No idea. Christian Zapeta, I think is his name. He
No,
runs
he's
some
not.
team up there. He weighs like 150 pounds.
Austin, real quick. Travis Beckley says Austin going for the American History X look. like a Nazi. What do you think about that? Is that your look or?
I guess so.
I think it's
I guess
better
so.
than the blonde look.
Yeah.
I mean, the blonde was pretty bad, but I wasn't gonna
I
shave
agree.
it off because I paid money for that, so I wasn't gonna
Hey.
not rock it.
Can we
Hey,
talk
I
about
hear
RV?
you've had some discussions with Devin after your picture. How's that going? Of the spaghetti
Nice.
slurp.
Oh yeah, man, Devin's cool. He like DM me. We were talking for a while.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Is your old lady going to be the new, spokesperson or picture person for his?
Tell her to take more pictures in the shirts, and he'll post them up whenever.
Nice.
Yeah. So the backstory I think on that is Austin. What you guys had a bet with Devin in like 2019? What was the whole story on that?
I bet Devin in like 2018 or 2019. I forgot about it because he said he was going to beat Chafee, I guess, or something. I don't remember. I have to go back through my Instagram messages. But like he like made a post on his Facebook like stories like, "Hey, I'll bet anybody. Just let me know." And I messaged him, and he messaged me back. And like he was like, "Dang, I lost. I have to pay you." And then he actually did pay me. Like he was legit, and I forgot that happened.
Oh,
So then I like took that picture of my girl the other day, and I was like, man, I should send it to Devin and see if he'll reposted it. And then when I sent it to him, I saw our previous conversations. So I'm assuming that's why he saw my message, because he has talked to me before on Instagram. So like it probably came to the top. You know, we've actually like it didn't go to his like requests folder or whatever. We've actually talked before, so that's why he saw it.
That's cool. That's
damn.
cool. It's cool. And he reposted. So yeah, Austin's getting in the connection.
Yeah, he reposted it. That was cool.
Muhammad Hassan, William Palmer. None of the pros want to talk to you though. Come on, you got to step it up so they actually engage with you. Would you talk to Devin if Devin reached out to you?
Devin's never talked to me. He talked shit about me, but he didn't actually tag me. So
What do you say about you?
I don't even remember, but he was like commenting on something I said or a post of mine. And it was just like,
So Muhammad, I keep wanting to call you Muhammad Hassan. Carolyn Looms, who's a great supporter of all the super chats, Arm Wrestling Uncensored, wants to know, William Palmer, do you think King of the Table rules will be fair for RVJ and Bowen?
not at all. I don't king of the table rules. I just don't like the running fouls, and there's not
Repeat it
much.
again?
The refs are black, so you can cheat a lot in the setup. That's why there's so much loading in American and European.
You didn't talk about East versus West. Give me your quick thoughts on that, like East polling, West polling, rules, pollers, everything.
Yeah, I know. In the East, it's usually a little too strict. I think everybody complains about that. And then you look at the West, and it's the total opposite. Like you're pulling in somebody's backyard, and there's like a drunk uncle, right? That's what it feels like. So I think there should at least be an attempt to find a happy medium, because watching Devin argue with the refs for an hour, in my opinion, is worse than watching the strict refs in European. I would rather watch European stuff than American stuff. But some people like the TV reality shit Devin puts on. So, it's just.
Oh, am I still in here? Did y'all hear my whole conversation?
No, we didn't hear anything.
Oh, I was on the phone.
No, we didn't hear it. Hopefully it was nothing bad.
No,
Or
no.
what?
It was my home inspection lady. She was calling me, confirming I have my home inspection at 1 p.m.
So to answer the question, King of the Table rules, they won't be fair, you're saying? For RVJ and Bowen, it's not gonna be fair?
Speaking of RVJ, what do y'all think about him and his fake natty stuff and always complaining and bitching and making excuses and being in general a little.
So why is he on steroids? Give me like, if you look at his body, what are you looking at
I
to
don't
say
know,
he's,
maybe not. He is very fluffy, but I don't know.
you think he's on gear?
I think he is. I don't want to throw out any like accusations or anything, but he seems like the guy always wanting to make excuses about everything, and I think getting to claim natty is just another excuse he likes to claim. And
then-
go watch what he just posted, literally just complaining over and over again and crying, and it's against Ryan Bowen, and he's doing all this shit. I was like, dude, imagine having to make a crying video for your match against Ryan. Like, come on. This dude, ooh, I can't. He can't even beat Lachlan two-handed, and Lachlan gets fucking patted on the head by Todzilla. And he's trying to, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like RVJ.
So RVJ and Bowen, who's gonna win and how?
Bowen should win, but Bowen is so fucking incompetent. RVJ is still gonna win. Bowen has everything he needs to win, and he just can't put the pieces of the puzzle together. He never has been able to. So RVJ's gonna win.
So what's your plan in arm wrestling? Like you're gonna do this for a couple years, then who you can start crushing in North America? Like what's your projection?
Hopefully it won't take me more than like a year or two to get to where I can beat people like Austin, and then hopefully in like 5 years I can be on the level of like, I don't know, Larry Wills or above, maybe somewhere around there. But
2 years to beat Austin? Wow, that's you need that much time? I can beat him today if he comes over.
How long has he been arm wrestling? I don't know anything about Austin, honestly.
And you already called out a match with him, like for that.
Well, yeah, I forgot he's only 130 pounds. That'd probably take me like 2 more months from now and I'll be able to beat him.
So real quick,
Austin,
William.
how long have you been arm wrestling?
He's
3
on
months?
mute. He's on mute. Yeah, 4 months. Hey, real quick, we got a couple not super chats, some comments. One from Travis Beckley. He says, William Palmer, is there more plates, more dates of arm wrestling? I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
I don't know either. More
He's
plates.
he's a YouTuber. He talks about steroid use.
I'm
And,
more plates, more dates is. He has a really good channel, but I don't think there's one of those in arm wrestling. I don't think we have that quality of YouTuber.
And then William, we also have Uncle John in the chat. So we got one of the super chat or the podcast heroes. He says, I owe you super chat 99 cents. I'm literally too strong to even hear what William Palmer is trying to say. What do you got to say to Uncle John?
I like Uncle John. He's a great guy.
That's all you got for him? You're not gonna talk any crap?
He's a great guy. I love him.
Wow. I thought you had...
Didn't you see he was goofy?
That was a 180.
I'm totally lying. He is a fucking goofball. That dude, I can't watch any of his videos. Just go on. Which one was it? Fuck, I forgot.
I know which one you're talking about. So I'll help you out here.
It was an interview with you. Go watch him in that interview. He's so.
You got to bring Uncle John on to 1v1 with this guy.
Yeah, he can
was
come.
already in an interview with David. He is a fucking goofball. The whole time he was talking nonsense, bullshit, trying to bring like morals into it. It was so fucking stupid. Every time he got on, I clicked mute. And then whenever David came back, I was like, hallelujah, back in action. But it was terrible.
I believe everything he says. Evan's gonna win.
Evan?
Evan?
No. What? David, get him. He said Evan's gonna beat Schoolboy.
That's right.
So William,
Just because John said so.
You're right. I was thinking.
So what's your thing on Uncle John? He's full of crap. He's a liar. I think he's a good arm wrestler. Did you see him in Arm Wars? Like, what do you think of that?
He's not a bad intent guy. He's just goofy. He can't help it. You know, he's kind of like me. He's just, he's just not all there sometimes. That's all.
Do you watch his shows? Do you tune into his podcasts?
I try not to. I avoid him as much as I can. I don't like watching him. But I watched that one thing he did. They just did that really high quality video with him pulling the British guy. I couldn't understand the British guy at all. Every time he spoke, I was like, what is he saying? Like, I need a Southern accent translator, but
Would you rather give $5 to another Ryan Bowen pay-per-view, or would you rather give $5 to Uncle John in a super chat if you had to choose one of those?
What they're gonna say? Uncle John put up a pay-per-view. I'll say Uncle
No,
John.
no, not pay-per-view. I'm saying, would you rather watch this podcast and give him a $5 donation for a super chat, or give Ryan Bowen $5 for another super chat?
I would give it to Ryan for a super chat? Oh no. Yeah, definitely Uncle John. I don't want to fund the fucking Ryan guy. Oh, Jesus.
So you don't want to fund matches?
No, he said pay-per-view. That's just going to him just to be going to him. I'd rather just give money to put in Uncle John's pocket than Ryan's. Uncle John's a good guy. He's just a little goofy is all. He's a good guy. He has no bad intent. He hasn't said anything that was like completely off the wall besides Evan's going to beat Schoolboy. He's a fine guy.
So what's Ryan's bad intent then?
Ryan he's delusional. Have you seen the Ryan delusional Ryan video?
Are you aware of the fact that Ryan's promoting the sport globally?
Yeah, but I mean, come on, it's Ryan. Like, you saw the pay-per-view. It was rough. I like Ryan. I used to like him a lot more than I do now. He was one of the first guys I watched getting into arm wrestling, but he kind of
you're just a hater, man. You hate on a lot of people.
He uses certain people and he hypes them up really, like the Lachlan versus Tudso. There was obviously no way Lachlan was going to win, and he hyped it up very hard to just milk the hell out of Lachlan and all of his fans and all of arm wrestling, get all the money for it, even though there's no chance that Lachlan was going to win. Like, he just like falsely promotes things, and I call it delusion, but I think he knows what he's doing. It's not delusion. He knows what he's saying, and he's just doing it to get a preferred outcome.
So William, do you think a lot of this is just a big production, almost like a show, and we're like
Exactly. Like
we're like
whenever
watching
Ryan's saying he's gonna
we're the
beat
audience?
Lachlan. Yeah, like whenever Lachlan's saying Ryan's saying he's gonna beat Lachlan, knowing he's not anywhere close, and he makes it this huge match, #1 in Australia, to get everybody to watch. They know it's not even gonna be a match; it's gonna be a fucking sweep. But they need it to sell, and that's what Ryan does. He sells stuff really well.
So William, make a comment. Uncle John says William Palmer is a reasonable human being? ? What universe is this? I sent Uncle John the link to dial in, but he's not calling in, so I think he might be scared of you. He's talking a lot of noise in the chat, but he's scared to face you in person. So Uncle John, this is your chance to come in and defend yourself. Otherwise, Palmer is taking over here.
In a year from now, I'd be down to pull Uncle John.
And Tom Smith, you suck too if you think this show sucks. You can dial in if you want and come tell us how much it sucks. Let me know.
Yeah, everybody just come tell me that I'm an idiot and I'm Muhammad Hassan. And I'm
Hey, can we get Grant in? Is he awake?
I've tried Grant many times. Grant doesn't want to join. I sent him the link this morning. He's told me one time he's not podcast ready. I don't know what that means. Maybe he doesn't want to lose his mystique of being kind of this, unique, interesting guy. He don't want to come on and not live up to the hype. But I've tried Grant many times, even offered to get people like Devin and Evan, everybody on the same show, and he still hasn't said yes yet. But I'm trying. Maybe he'll come around one day.
Grant's above all of us. He's his pay grade we can't meet, unfortunately. Grant's a spectacle to the sport.
Grant's a funny guy. He should come on. Make the chat quite nice.
So Palmer, if Uncle John comes on, I'm trying to see if he will, would you be able to say what you said, or would you back down and hide in your room?
No, I would tell him what he needs to improve on.
Yeah. Would you give him a good critique of pros and cons, where he's strong, where he needs to improve?
Yeah, he's just goofy. It's the main thing. He's hard to watch. He's hard to sit there. He's not a guy you can sit down and be like, okay, I want to watch Uncle John. No, it's like, Uncle John's on, Like, who else is on right now?
Which podcast do you like then? Do you like
I like yours.
like some of the other ones? Oh, thank you. So we got a special guest coming in, the man himself.
Nice.
Uncle John, what's up, buddy? How are you?
What's up, players?
Are you listening to all this nonsense?
Hi, Uncle John.
I'm not sure. I was listening to some of it.
Yeah. So William, what was your thoughts on his show? Give me your 1 minute spiel. Don't hold back, and then let him defend himself.
Yeah, don't hold back, man. Don't hold back.
David was saying that you're so low quality. You're not good at like promoting anything. And you're
Who
hard
said
to
this?
watch.
Oh, don't be scared now.
That's not the same thing.
Don't be scared now. Don't be scared now that he's here.
You won't believe it. David called you goofy a minute ago. It was
Dude, you're
crazy.
scared. Now you're scared that he came.
I thought so. From what I heard, I thought what you said and your assessment of me was completely reasonable. Completely reasonable. You said he's kind of like me, just not all there sometimes. He's a goofy guy. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah,
that's true. Those are all things that I would not deny in any way, shape, or form.
I said you're hard to watch sometimes because you are. I can't sit through a whole session of you. I get like 5 minutes at a time, and I'm like, okay, I need.
So what is it though? You got to tell. You just can't be like, I can't watch you. You have to give me a reason.
It's like you told me you didn't like Aiello, you didn't like Derek Smith, and then when I pressed you, you said, well, I don't really know why. You got to have rationale behind to back these things up. So what's your rationale on this one?
I don't know. It's just
you don't know.
Well,
that's how you get roasted. We say I don't know. You can't make these claims and then say I don't know why.
Whenever I tune in to like watch some like prediction video with like you and him, whenever y'all did that podcast, and then you guys are like talking about like reality and predictions, and he's like, yeah, everybody knows that Devin's gonna lose, but that's not the spirit. We have to say we know Devin's gonna win because we like Devin and he's from here where we're at, so we're all rooting for him. And yeah, of course he's not strong enough to be.
First off, that is never what I fucking said. That's not even close to what I fucking said.
I'm going to look it up again because
he didn't say that.
You have a lot of delusion going on. I'm trying to explain. Well, this is probably why you don't like it. It's probably why you don't like it is because you don't understand it. And you don't have the best comprehension of the words coming into your brain. Maybe a little bit of a slow frontal lobe. That's possible as well. I don't want to make fun of you. I don't want to assume there's a medical reason. If I do assume that, like, I don't want to be that guy. But the deal is, I will say whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want, to whoever the fuck I want. And if you don't want to watch, that's fine. Like, I understand. I am not for everybody. But I'm done changing. A lot of people want a lot of changes and they ain't gonna get it.
And William, if you listen a little bit more, Uncle John gave the rationale behind all these things, why he says what he says, and it talked about that. So there's a lot of this is a selling and growing the sport to it too, right? It's not just if we all say just boring things, this is going to happen. Do you think people get excited? So we talked a lot about how you get people excited. So if you listen to the whole thing, there was a lot of logic behind those comments.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you hear all that stuff, or what was your thoughts?
I can still say that it's delusional what he was saying, even though he's saying that. You just admitted that he's saying it to get new people to watch. Because if you just speak only the facts and the truth, it's boring. But I can still call out the.
See, they're trying to get new people. They're trying to get new people in the sport.
Yeah, but
which is what you said.
What he just said that's wrong is wrong. I don't have to act like it's right now.
Wait. So wrong to sell?
It's not what I said. I said part of your sell.
Tell me, because you don't make any fucking sense. Explain to me exactly what you mean.
I'm trying to find the video to show you what I meant.
No, tell me what you mean right now. Like, that's the important thing. What do you mean?
I have the memory of a retarded goldfish.
But you can't say that though, right? That makes you sound even more ignorant to say those type of things.
I am though, is the thing.
So this is the problem with a lot of things is that people don't get a full understanding of what reality is, right? William, you strike me as the kind of guy that would still get mad at professional wrestling because you think these guys are doing it for real and that it's real emotion, right? So you have to understand that there's a certain amount of play in the personality you're going to get from Uncle John, right? I mean, sometimes I am going to be weird and wacky crazy. And part of that is because I am weird, wacky, crazy. And the other part, I like to clean up too.
I just want to enjoy myself, is all I'm saying. I understand your whole thing. It's great. You're getting a lot of views. I personally just think you're goofy and don't like it. And I'm entitled to that opinion.
And I said, that's fine. That's good. That's fine. I'm definitely not for everybody. But then when I ask you to actually tell me why, you can't, which makes your stock go down. You see what I mean?
I see what you're saying. I talk to so many people on this little Facebook app a day. I can't literally remember every single word that's been told to me. So I'm looking it up right now, trying to find the video to show you what I didn't like.
David, what the fuck kind of program are you?
I know. I had you come in at least and defend yourself and give your spiel, which was good because I said you can't make all those comments and not let somebody respond to that. So I thank you for coming in and at least addressing that.
Uncle John, I think you need to make a delusional William Palmer series.
Look, here's where it is at the end of the day. I think there's a great place for the William Palmers of the world in arm wrestling. I think that William Palmer, who is a guy who's like, I can't back up a goddamn bit of what I say, but I'm going to say it as loud as possible.
Exactly.
For you, bro. There's definitely room for you. And as long as you're willing to come on here and be confident about what you say, and then let me tell you that you're a fucking idiot because you are a fucking idiot. But as long as you're okay with that, then we can do business, man. We can do business all day long. No problem. I have no problem with that.
All right. Well,
any response? Any response, or you good?
I was going out for the rest of that. I'm looking up the video right now. But,
so are you an Uncle John fan now that he kind of gave you his feedback?
You're coming in calling me an idiot over and over again, and it works because you have a big fan base. I understand all of that.
Well, bro, you need to back up your bull. Basically, back up your bull. You post a lot of shit, so you got to back it up. Be a man, back it up. Don't look at your screen. Just back it up, man.
Like, it's okay to have feelings and see me being a wacky guy. Like, I know I've made videos that were cringy because I made them cringy on purpose. Right?
Persona. Yeah.
So like, it's okay to be like, I didn't like that. It's okay. Because some people, they're weirdos, but they really do like it. And the people I'm trying to reach are not necessarily just arm wrestling enthusiasts. I'm trying to reach people outside of our sport, people that can like tune in and be like, oh, this guy is so weird, I can't look away. Or, whatever it is. And I try lots of different things. So, it's just the only thing that grinds my gears is when I get boxed into a certain thing. Because over the last 2 years, I've had a lot of personality styles. I've had different characters that I've created and brought onto the show. And it's just me trying to be creative. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
You're right about that. Sometimes it doesn't work. I agree with that.
But I'm saying for me, the whole like TikTok thing was like cringy, but I loved it. Like it was very memorable, and like everyone caught on to that, like TikTok, and it was great. Like I still remember it today. So sometimes you have to do those silly things, and you shouldn't get mad about it. Like, oh, he's so weird, he's so this, because that's what you need to do to get people to tune in. We talked about this before. If you're always normal and doing the same thing over and over, people don't care. People tune out.
And just remember, whether you like it or you hate it, as long as you feel an emotion, that means I win. Period. If you just look at it and you're just like flat affect, nothing, and then you click onto something else, then I failed.
And William, I bet you after this podcast, you'll start looking for more of Uncle John's posts now, because now you've kind of felt this little
video, and I can't find it. I messaged you a second ago asking where that podcast is with you and Uncle John, so I can show what I'm talking about.
We know what you're talking about. The one with Pradeep, right? Where we talked about predictions and emotions.
Yes.
Yeah, I know about it.
Goofy. You even said yourself that he was being goofy that entire time, but now that I'm on here, everyone's teaming up.
No, but that was all we talked. He talked about why he did that. He did a whole, even talked on the podcast about creating emotion. We talked about how you do that and what you say to get people fired up.
All publicity is good publicity. Take Trump, for example. He turned all the hate into a win. All the negative publicity, he took it and he just Tai Chi'd it right into media hype. That's how he won 2016. That's what Uncle John does. It's a persona, bro. You gotta get it in there. Personas, bro. It's like you. This is how you got invited on the call, by spamming like a troll all over AWU Uncensored. That's how you got invited, man. Come on.
And look, like William, you have to understand that in that 1.5 hour episode, I was in and out of character like 20 times. I don't tell you when the switches are happening, right? Because I think it's funny. And then I think that people have to ask the question of, what is he really like? Is this reality? Is this not reality? Am I real? My real self right now? Maybe this is the act. Maybe the other thing is the real thing. I don't know, and I don't want you to know.
Right now, because you're not usually this defensive in your shows. You're normally goofy, low IQ.
So what's the real one? What's the real one?
Pitchforks and torches, Uncle John.
What's the real one, though? That's the question. What's the real one? Are either of them the real one?
You don't put that on in your show. But yeah, what I was saying was I cannot find the video anywhere, and David's not sending it to me.
What do you want to pull up? Just tell me what you're looking for. What do you specifically want to pull up? I remember the show perfectly.
You guys and Pradeep.
Yeah, but what in the show you want to pull up? What clip or what segment he said?
I don't remember what time it was.
Okay, well then.
Like, what was it? Because I'll talk. Like, there's nothing in the video that I need to hide. So, like, what do you remember about it? That was
looking for the video. That's all. If I can find the video, I can.
Well, we don't have time to watch the whole video now, but if there's a specific thing you remember from it, we could definitely talk about it. If it was he said Devin's going to win,
about Devin and Levon. He was talking about how, we all know that Devin's going to lose. And then he was going into...
I've never
no, you didn't say that.
Okay, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. You're just wrong because you were talking about that.
I've said that Levon is certainly, when I was being more serious, I said Levon is certainly the favorite, and he should be because he's number one in the world, right? Devin is the underdog in this situation. Then when I'm being more of a character, that's when I will turn, because the character will always support Devin, right? Because I'm doing the opposite. Yeah. I am counterplaying to the people I know. Because when I tell a person who loves Levon, I'm like, Levon's going to get his ass kicked. What do? They go, that's what they do. That's what you're doing right now. You're so upset with it still. I got you. You got, son.
And William, if you think about on Arm Wrestling Uncensored, you're taking essentially the stance of everybody that everyone's not taking. The pay-per-view is trash. The pay-per-view had horrible quality. You're essentially doing that and triggering all these people.
Doing the same thing, bro.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing.
Well, if you don't like it, you can call me goofy or whatever, and that's all I said about Uncle
You
John.
are goofy, man.
I said I am goofy. I understand. Yes.
I thought I spoke pretty highly of you. All I said was you're goofy and cringy, and I don't like watching you.
And I said that was very reasonable.
Yeah.
Ahmad always says, man, this kid is already sobbing with a sad face. What do you got to say about that?
Who is? Me?
Yeah, and he said also, Tom Smith says, stop bullying me. Are we being too much, or you still okay?
I'm good.
Okay, making sure.
I was trying to find the video and I couldn't find it anywhere. I sweep YouTube and didn't see it.
Hey, William, were you able to find the video?
No, I just said I wasn't. If you were paying attention 3 seconds ago.
So
I know
William,
there's been about this, but David, and did either of you find the video? And did you not send it to William? William, did you get the video that was sent by either of these two?
Did they send me a video?
I want to figure this out. Go check your messages real quick, William. I don't know. It may or may not have been sent to you.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I think it's really important that we really get to the bottom of this video situation, but we should spend most of our time talking about getting the video and finding the video, and definitely making sure everyone goes to Uncle John's Arm Wrestling Show to look for the video, even though that's not where the video is. You could like, share, and subscribe.
we can do another whole show on the video, like a 2-hour thing, and you can just talk through it. We can stream the whole video, the whole show, and you can just talk over it with like a microphone. Give your feedback.
Boys,
Hey,
I gotta go.
yeah,
But
thanks, Uncle John.
let me say a final word. William, I think you're doing great work. I really do. I think there's places for all of us weirdos. And I'm totally open to, people that like it, people that don't like it. So just keep doing it. But think a little harder every day. Just go 1% more brain power.
I didn't realize you were coming on, or I would have had the video ready to show. I didn't know you were coming.
Well, now you know. Next time you can be 1% harder
The topic sheet
ahead of time.
Yeah,
Thanks, Uncle John. We appreciate your time, buddy.
Bye, Uncle John.
Check out Uncle John's YouTube channel at unclejohn.youtube. Yay. Woohoo.
Thank you, William.
That was cringy.
I know, it's
back.
gonna be like,
So Austin, welcome back. So William, we don't want to take too much more time. I'll give you the last 2 minutes. You can just rant, say whatever you want. It's your time, man. What do you want to say to all the people listening, to your future? Austin, mute if you can.
Oh, my bad.
all right.
It's your time, man.
2
Say
minutes.
whatever you want.
I'm just gonna hit every topic for like 10 seconds. Okay.
Go ahead.
Devin, King's move, stupid. RVJ, Ryan Bowen, starting drama for no reason to get views. The pay-per-views, absolutely ridiculous. They're abusing us for our money. They're putting in no effort for the quality, and they're not making any outreach to new audiences.
Loser mentality, bro.
Crush Devin. He's gonna smash him. This little Mahara guy, whatever your name is, you're gonna have to watch Levon crush Devin. So
I'll smash you
I will pull
if
you.
I'm ever in the States.
Oh,
I'll
you're not in the
smash
States.
you, man.
Well, I'm not coming to India to pull you, but if you ever get to
Come to
here-
India. Come to India. I'll fuck you up.
No, I'm not coming to India. I'm not Mohammed Hassan.
Okay. We don't want you either.
Mohammed Hassan, great guy. He's the only person in India I know, and I like him a lot. He's a good guy. So he gives me a good impression of India. So India, good, I guess.
What else you got, William? Anything else you want to rant about? You got another minute or two if you want to keep going.
Uncle John, like the guy is fucking goofy. I like him though. He's a good guy. Everyone go check him out. Everybody go subscribe to Arm Wrestling Uncensored over here. David's putting in.
That's the
guys-
first smart thing you said the whole podcast, man. That's the
He
first
is.
smart thing. I appreciate it.
I know a lot of you guys don't like him because he's kind of controversial. Anyway, he's a great guy. He knows what he's doing. He's always working behind the scenes, putting in so much time to the sport. Go drop him a like. If he ever does a pay-per-view, I guarantee it'll be better than anything Ryan or Monster Michael Todd or King of Cali, any of that shit is, because they're just trying to get your money. David, he wants the sport to grow. He is trying to expand us. Okay.
Are you reading your prompter I gave you? Is that the cheat sheet I gave you? Just keep reading off of it. Hey, wait, you can't leave without saying about your match with Austin, the call out you guys had with each other. Make sure you
Okay, yeah, I'll pull Austin whenever. He's not ready. He's what I curl with one fucking arm. Like, come on, he's a little itty bitty twig. I'm just gonna fucking snap him. But I like his spirit though. Good spirit. This Mahara guy, I would probably pull him too. But he's also kind of small. And David, if you ever want a match, just hit me up. I'll
I'm
beat
bigger
your
than you, man.
No, you're not. Shut up. You're like
I'm
fucking-
bigger than you.
How much do you weigh?
Yes.
I don't know. I can't tell. I don't care anyway.
Hey
I'm
Palmer, I
bigger
want to
than
know,
you.
Palmer, are you going to keep shaking things up on Arm Wrestling Uncensored? I need you to step it up a little bit.
I just got banned recently for 30 days.
Oh,
doing
thank
what?
God.
For doing what?
I don't want to say. Okay, so someone said I can't even say it. I'm not.
Okay.
I got unbanned.
Say it, be a man. Say, why did you get banned? Say it.
I'm on my last warning, so I have to be nice to everyone now. So if you see me commenting positivity, just know it's not because I like you. It's because I'm on my second strike now. So
Okay, man. What? 30 seconds left. Anything else? Or are you good?
I'm good. Like, I don't have anything else to say. We've already gone through everything.
Okay, good. We appreciate you joining us. Mirage, anything else? Anything you want to say?
Hey man, yeah. Thanks for the invite, bro. It was a really good time joining you guys. And David, so when are you guys, AW Uncensored, planning on hosting your own pay-per-view?
Yeah, so I was talking to Wiggles. If you guys remember Wiggles from the first show, he DM'd me and said he wants to half with me on all the costs and expenses and profits. That actually would be a good way to do it. So I'll reach out to him. But the plan is this year. We got the Arm Wrestling Uncensored table coming. Austin's going to get that pretty soon and get some stuff going. So the plan is this year. But again, I need a little bit of help and need a little focus. You know, if I focus too much on podcast and Facebook, then I leave out other things. Sometimes I got to shift my focus and maybe go towards more of the event. Austin, what do you got? What do you go ahead?
It's gonna be funny when I crack William's arm.
Real quick, go ahead, Mirage. Austin,
That motherfucker's
hold on.
huge, and I'm gonna crack your head back.
Hold on, go ahead.
Cracking shit. You gonna get cracked like a little fucking
crack him, man.
bitch, huh?
Austin, go ahead. 30-second rant. What do you want to say, Austin?
Man, I'm just saying, if we go left-handed, he's just gonna complain about his injuries after I crack him 6 rounds in a row. But also, David, I'm on my way to your house. My home inspection got moved, so I'm coming, baby.
You bringing the smoke?
Bro, you even look like a fucking egg right now with your shaved goddamn head. This is I can't crack it.
You can't crack the egg. Look at you.
This is you whenever we pull fucking cracked little egg. Little bitch.
Oh yeah. Hey,
This is you. That, this is William Palmer.
Austin, what else? Anything else you got before we wrap up?
Man, I like that William calls me a bitch, but he's only arm wrestled like twice. That's amazing. That's fucking awesome. I love it. I love it.
All right,
hey,
boys.
David, you got a lot of rich guys on your chat, bro. You should consider getting investors.
Yeah, I need to.
William got 100 pounds on me, and I'm gonna make his wrist go.
Yeah, all these amateurs got money. I need to start soaking up the money from the amateurs. You know, Austin and Will Wiggles.
Man, it's a big talent pool.
Yeah,
you got to milk him, bro. You got to milk him.
Yeah, Palmer doesn't have any money, so we can't talk to Palmer. He's broke.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pulling Austin for like how much did you say, Austin? 500.
You said you make 800 a week, but then you can't buy an arm wrestling table. What's up with that? I don't want to go too much longer.
You make 800 a week? That sucks.
His internet's dying. All right, boys. Thank you for joining.
Wait,
hey,
before we fail.
Go ahead.
Wait, before we fail. Did William try to flex? Did William try to flex 800 a week?
Yeah, he did.
I'm in college. I can't work full time.
So you're trying to flex 800 a week?
Well, they said I don't have a job.
16 years old.
They told me I don't have a job is all.
All right, Palmer, you and Austin,
so
Mississippi. Real quick, Austin and William, Mississippi, is it? Hattiesburg? When is that?
I found the flyer. It's March 26th in Hattiesburg.
All right, March 26th, Palmer versus Austin.
I should know by the end of next week if I can make it.
Okay.
It's just if I can take off, but I should be fine.
All right, Palmer, you want that smoke?
Nah, he don't.
He doesn't. He didn't respond, so he doesn't.
Go to
all
some
right,
more practices.
I'll see you in a bit, Austin. Mirage. See you later, buddy.
Hey, thanks, buddy.